This broadcast is a presentation of Wcxo Sports. Wcxo Sports, since 1999, the sports voice of the Carlisle Indians, the Central Cougars, the Mater Dei Knights, and the Westland Warriors, presents Talkin Sports on Max 96.7. Talkin Sports is powered by Wcxo Elevator in Centralia. See Wcxo for a variety of fertilizer, seed corn, and seed soybeans. Talkin Sports is brought to you by Farmers State Bank of Hoffman, Central City, and Hoyleton. Munkin Dodge Chrysler Jeep Nissan in Centralia. Kaskaskia College. The future's yours at Kaskaskia College. Emin Insurance Agency in Carlisle. Nordyke Funeral Home with 5 locations to serve your needs. First Bank in Breeze. Lee's Sports in Nashville. Country Financial Representative Marvin Gerdes in New Baden. Seaver Brothers in Carlisle, and by Becker Jewelers with locations in Breeze and Highland, and always online at beckerjewelers.com. Here's the host of Talkin Sports, Rip Nottmeyer.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Talkin Sports. Rip here in the Wigman Ford studio. Coming up today, we'll have the delayed issue of Scores and Stuff in the back 40 at Centralia Buds Player Manager DJ session. We've got trivia for some racing tickets. Details coming up. But let's begin with this guy on the H&H Computer Services guest line. We fire it up to Iowa for Cedar Rapids Colonels batting coach, Irvington native Brian Dinkelman. Dink, welcome back.
Morning, Rip. How we doing?
Hey, doing just fine. Enjoying some summertime weather. It's hot, but I'm okay.
Yeah, nice and hot now.
Hey, you're coming off a big win. Unfortunately, Dink, it's against our Cardinals Class A team, the Peoria Chiefs, but you whumped them last night, 12-4 at your place.
Yeah, we had a good night last night. Able to score some runs, and Peoria is still fighting for a playoff spot in our league, so it was nice to get a win against them.
6 runs in the 4th. You love that as a manager, or in your case, as a hitting coach?
Yeah, when you can put up big numbers in one inning, they're always nice to have.
Royce Lewis, I've seen some stats on him. He's a budding star, honey. He had a big game last night with a round tripper, and he drove in 4.
Yeah, he's been swinging the bat well for us lately. You know, he was the number 1 overall pick last year in the draft, and he's had a nice season for us. Got off to a little bit of a slow start, but he's really picked up the pace here the last few weeks.
So he's begun to adapt, huh? Number 1 pick. Yeah, he looks like he's right on course.
Yeah, you know, he just turned 19 last week.
Goodness.
So I mean, he's young and still learning the game, but you know, he's a good baseball player. He can swing the bat well, and he's done a nice job for us at shortstop. So yeah, he's probably a big leaguer in the making.
That's great. Yeah, shortstop who can hit as well. A lot of those now, but 6 homers, 37 RBIs. He's around to 300. He steals bases too.
Yeah, he can fly. He has a pretty good idea about stealing bases, trying to cheat steal and time pitchers up, and they have a tough time throwing him out. So yeah, he's a well-rounded player.
I love it. 4-2 this week, so it's been a good week for the Colonels. 32-35 on the season, and it has been a bit of a struggle, but you're not done yet.
Yeah, no, the first half ends tomorrow. We got today and tomorrow, then we got our All-Star break for a couple of days, and the second half starts up here on next Thursday. So hopefully we can have a good second half and finish in the playoffs here sometime by the end of the season.
Yeah, that's the deal. That second half visit is still to come, so you've got that playoff shot. And, of course, you made the postseason I'm not sure about the year before, Dink, but in 2017.
Yeah, we made the last couple of years.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. And last year you finished, I believe it was second in the West in the first half, so you'll see if you can crank things around in the second half this time and gather that playoff spot. It's not easy. I know 4 teams from each, but you've got eight teams in each division too, so.
Yeah, there's 4 from each division that make it, 2 from each half. Last year we made it during the first half and got the wild card. 2 years ago we made it in the second half as the wild card in the second half. So hopefully we can kind of repeat some of that again this year here in the second half and keep rolling.
You faced Kane County a season ago in the first round, and you knocked them off. And then those Quad City River Bandits, and I see they're having a really good campaign again with 38 wins, and they won the West, and let's see, they won the title, didn't they?
Yeah, they won the whole thing last year.
Three out of the last 5, I believe. So that's just a pretty good Quad Cities with the Houston Astros. So no real shocker there. Boy, the Stros have produced some players.
Yeah, their system is pretty good. Last few years, they were kind of down there for a while in the big leagues, and now they've had a lot of high picks in the draft and made some good selections. And their pitching staff's always usually pretty good at this level. I think they're leading the league in strikeouts or something like that the last few years. So they usually have some good pitching, and good pitching leads you a long ways.
It's always pitching, isn't it, Dink? A lot of guys can hit. I know some are above the others, but, man, it comes down to those hurlers in particular, still the starting pitching.
Yeah, if you have good starting pitching, help save your bullpen a little bit. It takes you a long way, especially when you're playing 140, 160 games in a season. You got to have your starters kind of get deep into games and help save guys. Otherwise, that bullpen gets burned up and it makes it rough on them, and things don't go as well.
It is a real battle for the playoff spot, the first half spot in the Midwest Western Division where you're in, isn't it? Quad Cities 38, and then Clinton and Peoria right there at 37 apiece.
Yeah, they're all three of those teams were tied going in last night. I'm not sure where they stand as of right now, but they're all within a game of each other with today and tomorrow to go. So 2 of the 3 will make it. So those teams looking for wins today for sure.
The River Bandits just pulled up by a game with the other 2. Of course, you beat the Chiefs suffering losses, and then Bowling Green on the other side of the fence. They're the real flash of the league at this point with 45 wins, just 22 losses, and that's the Tampa Bay Rays club.
Yeah, we get to see them quite often because they're down in Florida with us during spring training.
Oh,
so we get to play them pretty often during spring training, and then we went to their place back in May for a 3-game series. They got a nice ball club, swing and pitch both, and I'm not surprised with the success they've had this year.
Well, of course, you want to play deep, and the second half will determine that situation. But the number one is always responsibility. You want to play and win, but you also have to and want to develop those young pros and hopefully get him up to the Twin Cities and the major leagues.
Yeah, that's the thing about the minor leagues is winning's fun. It's always enjoyable, but got to help develop the players and try to get the best out of them so they learn the game and hopefully make it up to Minnesota at some point and make it to the big leagues.
And you know what that's all about, Dink. Just to make it, first of all, that's a tremendous accomplishment, and some of them, of course, have outstanding, long-lasting careers too. But you never know, and you don't know. This first-round draft choice looks to be the real deal, but sometimes they flame out. I don't think he's going to, from what it sounds like, but sometimes it's that late-round pick who does all right as well.
Yeah, you never know. Some guys you think are can't miss picks or whatever, and just for some reason never develop into the player that they think, or doesn't make it to the big leagues. And other times somebody don't really predict anything on, turns it on in the minor leagues, has a good career, and ends up making it to the big leagues. So you just never know. Hopefully guys develop and learn the game as they get older and make it to the big leagues, but some guys just doesn't work out for them that way.
Let's see, what round did you go into in Dink?
I was the 8th round.
8th round. Okay. And that was, we're talking a few years ago now, huh? 06?
That was only 12 years ago.
Gosh.
I know.
Crazy. But you've landed at a super position now with the Twins and their farm system. And we mentioned Royce Lewis. There's one to keep an eye on. It's funny to go back, and now I can't remember in particular, but over the last just 2 or 3 years, 3 years since you've been coaching previously, that how some of these guys have made their way up to the Minnesota Twins, and I know that's a kick for you to see too, and a proud moment when these guys make it to the show.
Right, guys you get to work with or whatever on a daily basis, you get to see them make it all the way to the big leagues. So it's exciting when the guys you've had have some success and make it all the way up through the organization to the big leagues is always good to see.
You got a big bomber on this team. Is he still with you, Alex? Is it Kirilloff?
Kirilloff, yeah.
Kirilloff, 13,
he's still here. He's still here for now.
So there's a shot, huh? You think there's an opportunity in his future here?
Yeah, possibly. You never know with our All-Star break coming up soon. I know he's had a great first half for us. He was our first-round pick back in 2016. He ended up missing the whole year last year with Tommy John surgery. But he's come back this year, and, oh, man, he's had a first half that's been unbelievable. He just hits everything.
It really is. So,
Yeah, he's playing right field and hitting in the 3-hole for us. He just hit the whole first half here, so I don't know what's going to happen, but you never know. I'm sure at some point he'll probably get an opportunity at Fort Myers.
He's far beyond 320, 325 in there with, I'm not sure what he did last night, but 13 and 55 for sure. So.
Yeah, he's got some power. The best thing is he can hit home runs to the other way.
Love it.
That's kind of the way his swing works. So eventually he'll figure out he had a few home runs to the pull side, but he's middle of the field other way with his power, which is pretty impressive. He's
got some of that right opposite field home run power like another former Twins player, Gary Gaetti, had.
That's right.
Yeah, hey, but all the credit to you and the players. They got to cooperate and be willing to learn. But you're doing your job for sure, and it's even poured out more with the fact that the Colonels are 4th in the Midwest League in hitting with a 260 average between besides all those smacks and everything. We're talking about 16 clubs.
Yeah, they've had a nice first half for us. We try to put a plan together for the guys to hopefully follow along and on a daily basis get the routine down to get them ready for the games, and then it's all about them just going out and playing a game and doing what they can do and being baseball players. So it's been a good first half for us offensively, and hopefully these guys in the second half can keep it rolling.
Baseball players, yeah, just be baseball players. And so you're turning
That's
the
right.
knobs in the right direction. Are you still taking a few pumps in that batting cage, Dink?
Every once in a while I get in there, show them how to do it.
Yeah, exactly. Love it. Do you have an idea how many guys, and not necessarily position players, pitchers too, whatever, have been promoted to AAA or who's gotten the nod in Minneapolis?
I want to say maybe one or two guys that I've had here. I know Lamont Wade that was here in 2016 is up in AAA now. Trying to think if any others are there, but I know for sure he was here with us in 16. He's knocking on the door of the big leagues, so they're working their way up the ladder.
Yeah, I mean, you go through so many. It's incredible. Now you just had the draft, so the transaction list is jam packed all the time.
Yeah, I don't know what the draft is happening. I know Elizabethton is starting this week, so I don't know if we'll get any new guys, some of the college players that they drafted this season. So it could be a little bit of a shakeup here when the second half starts. We'll just have to wait and see on that.
I know it's always in general terms, Dink, but from what you gather, does the hierarchy of the Twins organization seem pretty happy with the draft, those prospects? And did they mostly go with college players or a pretty decent mix of high school and college?
I think it's a good mix. I think they always just try to find the best players available at the time they're picking. I know our first 2 picks this year are both college guys. One was from Oregon State and one was a catcher from somewhere in North Carolina. So I think they kind of mix it up a little bit, and those guys will probably end up going to Elizabethton, being college guys, and you never know, they could come here at some point, but they usually mix it up pretty well.
That was your starting point too, wasn't it, Dink?
Elizabethton, Tennessee.
Rookie league, and from there you go. It can be a long route, but it's worth the payoff. Yep. Coach, 3rd in Iowa. Yeah, you did start off in the Gulf Coast League, but we just alluded to it a bit earlier. Ever since that journey began in 2006, so you've been a pro now. This is, I suppose, actually you took 1 year off, didn't you, Dink?
Yeah, I took 1 year off. I had to come back and be a Buds player for a year and help them get a championship.
Right. Yeah. Well, hey, they flashed the cash, and there you go.
That's right.
But you're definitely
I'm still waiting for the check from them on that.
Oh, okay. Well, if I think of it, I'll ask DJ about that later. I'm sure he's in charge of the funds,
right? Yeah, you better ask him about that and see if he's got my address.
Hey, what else are your the main duties, of course, remain as the hitting coach, tutoring those guys, but are you still working with the infielders and outfielders, some base running? What else does it entail, and has it changed a little bit from last year even?
Not a little bit. I work with the outfielders some. I know Toby Gardenhire, our manager, and I both get out there with the infielders too, because we both play a little bit of infield. So we kind of help out all around with position players on defense, outfield, infield, base running, just whatever comes up, because we're the eyes and people trying to help them out that are here with them in Cedar Rapids. So a little bit of everything. Yes,
Toby Gardenhire, Ron's son, huh?
Yeah, Ron's son. I played a couple of years with him.
Yes.
This is 2nd year in the organization coaching. He was at University of Wisconsin Stout for 5 years as their head coach.
Oh, was he?
Then he came back with us. Yeah, then he came back with us last year as hitting coach in GCL, and now he's the manager here this year.
let's see. Did Toby actually get a shot in the bigs?
No, he got to AAA for
Right.
2 or 3 seasons, but never did get a shot in the big leagues.
Okay, but yeah, his dad Ron is now the skipper of the Tigers. A little tough situation right there, especially with Cabrera going down. I mean, their team's kind of scuffled a bit anyway, but
Yeah, they're having a tough go right now, and losing Cabrera doesn't help. But he just got his 11th win 2 nights ago, I think. So
Gosh.
that's quite a few wins for a major league manager.
that really, and I've always liked him actually as a manager, and of course hey, you're hired to be fired, and that's what happened to him a couple of years ago too with the Twins after that long run. So the other coaches, I know for a time there, he had Joe Mauer's brother, right, on the staff. 2-3 years
Jake,
ago?
he was the manager here in 2016. Yeah,
In 16.
He was, in 16, and last year he was in Chattanooga and ended up winning a championship down there.
Oh, okay.
He's actually back in Minnesota now working. I think he's working at the family car dealership for right now to be close to his family.
Ah, they're in the automobile biz. I would imagine that would be quite profitable with that name on there, tagged on there somewhere.
Yeah, it doesn't hurt to have that name on the back end of it.
Joe just got recalled, and he's had some injury issues. I believe a concussion or so thrown in there too. So you talk about a ball player. There's one.
Yeah, he had some concussion-like symptoms and missed a few weeks, and they finally got him back in the lineup last night. So I know they ended up winning last night, and hopefully they can make a little run at Cleveland here as they come down the stretch. There are a few games back of them, but
yeah, they're hanging around.
They're hanging around, having a tough go there, and I think they're a couple games under 500, but that AL Central is a little down right now, so they're never out of it.
Yeah, and they beat one heck of a pitcher last night in Corey Kluber. That was his shortest outing of the year, too, and he's got 10 victories. I mean, that's a good one.
Yeah, that's a good one to get a win against because you're not really planning on probably beating him. A guy who's an AL Cy Young favorite, and able to get a victory against him is a good win.
And Lance Lynn is starting to come around now. He's pitched much better. I know there are always exceptions, but basically, especially as a pitcher, wouldn't you think? Right, you have to have a full spring training or almost a full spring training.
Yeah, that's tough when guys miss spring training and try to jump right back into it after taking that much time off. It seemed like all those guys that kind of held out longer this year have had a tough start to the season. I don't know if it's because they missed all spring training and just not quite in baseball shape or ready to throw, stuff like that. So I don't know if that'll affect future free agents' decisions to do stuff like that or not.
It might a little bit because he actually ended up missing out on a lot of money too, just from the Cardinals that he went back for a year. And so Jose Barrios, he's a real fine. He's a good young pitcher.
Yeah, he's one of our younger starting pitchers. Hopefully he'll be around for quite a while. He'll be one of the key starting pitchers we have. Came up through the organization, and he's had a nice season so far up there.
Eddie Rosario playing solid baseball, and I know Paul Molitor, the manager there, the Hall of Fame, he sent down Miguel Sano, so he's had a little relapse, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's had a tough season so far. Last year he was one of the main guys right in the middle of the order, hitting 3 with almost 30 home runs, and came back spring training this year and just hasn't got it going yet, and hasn't had a couple issues, I guess, and they sent him all the way down to Fort Myers with the Miracle. And going to be down there for a while to work on his swing and see if he can figure it out mentally a little bit.
Yeah, that's a fall, but you don't like those slides. But, hey, we've got another major leaguer from our area, of course, Trevor Richards out of Aviston, so we just keep cranking him out, Dink.
I saw that. Nice for him to get to the big leagues there, and threw against the Cardinals the other day, I saw.
He did fine against them, and he did even better in his last start Tuesday. He picked up his first major league win.
Oh, nice. Good for him.
He's got a nasty changeup. That's his out pitch right now. So,
okay.
But he's got a good shot. So the All-Star game is Tuesday. How many of your players are going, Dink?
We have 4 guys going to it. It's in Lansing, Michigan.
4 guys going, but you get a few well-deserved days off.
Yeah, we get a couple days off here after our last game tomorrow, and the second half starts on next Thursday.
So, yeah, the Chiefs tonight and tomorrow again. And so the wife, Randy, daughter, Sydney, all fine, doing well.
Yeah, we're all doing good. We're getting ready to go to swimming lessons here in about 45 minutes. So,
oh, yeah?
We're all excited for that.
Swimming time.
Our first swimming lesson.
How old is Sydney now?
3.5.
Wow. Flying by.
I know, it does.
And off to the pool and stuff. So we've got to let you go, Dink. We certainly appreciate it. And good luck in the second half. After the season, of course, we'll tie you up again and talk some baseball another time. Always a pleasure to have you on Talking Sports.
All right. Thanks, Rip. Sounds good.
See ya.
See ya.
That is Dink, Brian Dinkelman from Irvington and Centralia High, McKendree. Now McKendree U. Talk about a ball player. And he's locked in for as long as he wants to be with the Twins. You can sort of like, I know stuff can happen with Brian Everscore too and the Cardinals, but I mean, they're great guys, and that's going to go a long way in forging their efforts there. Let's take our first time out, and then we'll do some scores and stuff later, DJ session. Another good trivia prize too. Hang in there. If you're looking for Nissan quality, be sure to check out what Munkin Dodge Chrysler Jeep Nissan in Centralia has to offer. Munkin's has the entire field covered with a great lineup of Nissans, including Maximas, Altimas, and Sentras, SUVs and crossovers, and Titan and Frontier trucks. And you can relax when you shop Munkin's because you know you're getting the better deal every time, along with terrific service after the sale. For your Nissan, log on to Munkin1.com, or better yet, visit Munkin Dodge Chrysler Jeep Nissan in person, Route 161 West in Centralia. Farmers State Bank is dedicated to the communities they serve. They've been making home loans for over 100 years. They are and will continue to be a strong, steady, common-sense leader that's always focused on what's best for you and the community. And remember, Farmers State Bank has loan professionals standing by to assist you in making the right decision for your needs. That's Farmers State Bank of Hoffman, Central City, and Hoyleton. An equal housing lender, member FDIC, NMLS number 404955.
As a business owner, you know that every year brings new challenges and opportunities. The success of your business demands expertise and focus, and Country Financial can help you keep that focus by helping ensure you have the right insurance protection in place to meet your goals. Marvin Gertis, your Country Financial representative in New Baden, can help you create a customized insurance plan that has coverages designed just for your business. Call Marvin Gertis today, 588-7112. Coverages may vary by state. Policies issued by Country Mutual Insurance Company, Bloomington.
When's the last time you had your eyes checked? Schedule an eye exam today at Breeze Family Vision Center or Lebanon Optometric Center. I'm Dr. Claire Thorpe-Klinsky, and if it's been more than a year, you might need a new prescription. If you use a computer regularly or are suffering from allergies, those both can be causes of eye strain or fatigue. Schedule a complete eye health exam today to find out if your eyes are healthy. We may be able to detect glaucoma and other eye diseases early. At Breeze Family Vision and Lebanon Optometric Center, we examine more than just your vision.
I'd like to start a campaign to blow the buttons off people's radios. Is that realistic?
This is Max 96.7.
Welcome back, man. That flew by with Dink. Great guest. We always have great guests on the show, and makes it just go zip on through, man. Rip here in the Weekend Ford studio on this Saturday morning. That was Dink. DJ's ahead, and trivia too for some Raceway tickets to Gateway International, beautiful Madison, Illinois. But right now it's time for scores and stuff. Brought to you by Hoffman Auto Body, located just 7 miles north of Carlisle. If your car gets dinged or dented or much worse, hopefully not, but the place to go is Hoffman Auto Body. We'll start with those Cardinals. They lost again. Yeah, they did. Kind of embarrassing last night, but it's just one game. Oh, no, that's 3 in a row. Here we go. Chris Bryant ended a 24-game homerless drought, the longest of his career, and Ian Happ and Kyle Schwarber went deep. I think Schwarber's is still going. The Cubs routed the Cardinals 13-5. Bryant's was taped at 448. Went a long way. John Lester was the winner. Wcxo was the loser. I suppose he was due. He's pitched great this season. He gave up a career-high 9 runs, 8 earned, in a season-low 4+ innings. Glowboy, Ozuna, Glowboy, Carpenter, and Pham homer for the Cardinals. Those shots were all meaningless. And for those that come after the 7th or 8th inning when you're down by 6, 7, 8 runs, they shouldn't even count. BP at that time, the starter out. The Padres took 2 of 3 from the Cards this week. The Fish swiped 2 of 3 from the Cardinals last week. But bring on Cincinnati. Bring on, of course, Clown Carlos couldn't handle them last week. He was horrible. He probably shouldn't be pitching. Maybe by today he'll turn it around, but he had the one rehab start, which was a joke. And he was awful Sunday, so it's time for Clown Carlos to get back into the game. Get it going. So-called ace, I don't know. He's good, but thanks for letting Ponce pitch. What else happened in Major League Baseball last night? Milwaukee blasted Philly 13-2. The Brew Crew they seem to be for real. Brent Suter threw a season-high 7, and he knocked in a pair. That's a pitcher. Ross Stripling goes to 6-1 for the Dodgers in the 3-2 win over San Francisco. Man, he's carved out a 1.76 ERA now. In the American League, it was the White Sox over Detroit. 4-3. John Hicks scored the winner on a fielder's choice. Many did win over Cleveland. Houston with another victory over KC. Mainly on the back of Evan Gattis. He smacked the go-ahead slam. It was Seattle over Boston 7-6. That was the M's 22nd one-run victory of the season. Unbelievable. Miami shut out Baltimore. We're talking interleague play. Lewis Brinson, there's a guy to watch. He lays 2 triples. Also on the IL front, Toronto gathered a win. The Jays have put a 6-pack on ice, and Colorado tamed those Rangers. The Rockies came from 5 down. Boston, the Red Sox with 48 wins now. Actually, they're struck by the Yankees in winning percentage just by a little. The Yanks are at 45 and 26. But then you've got Milwaukee's the best in the NL record-wise right now with 42. But gosh, Baltimore, KC, the Rangers, the Marlins, Cincinnati. I think they're still all on pace anyway, for 100 losses or more. Yep, and Trevor Richards, as we fall back to Tuesday, he did can his first win in the show. 6 frames. It was a 3-1 win over the San Francisco Giants. He only struck out 2, walked just 3, the first 2, and then he settled down after that, gave up just 2 hits. That was his 7th major league start. Hopefully just going to get better and better for Trevor. Of course, we had Trevor Richards on a week ago. It seems like yesterday. The Angels lost 4 more players to the disabled list yesterday, putting the club's total at a franchise record 15 players on the DL at one time. Now, some of that's kind of the 10-day DL. That shifted some things around, but still. Zach Cozart's on now, Jim Johnson, Garrett Richards, and Nick Tropiano just from yesterday. How's Albert not on that list? How Pujols? Oh, he's coming to St. Louis next year, so okay. Meanwhile, Shohei Ohtani will know in a few weeks about his situation. Chances are it won't be good, and that's bad. Miguel Cabrera, we just noted that with Dink. He'll miss the rest of the season after rupturing his left biceps tendon. He was batting against Highlands' Jake Odorizzi when things went wrong. But this guy, for one thing, he's 35 now, okay? He's going to have season-ending surgery. I think he just did. But he is as limber as a rock. And he is owed $30 million for the rest of this year and at least $162 guaranteed after that. What a dumb signing. I don't care how much money you make. Some of these. And Miguel Sano, yes, he got optioned to the single A affiliate called Fort Myers. That via the Twins. 203, 7 homers and 27 RBIs. Last year he punched out 21 home runs. And he does have a side issue or 2. Have you seen? I have. Have you seen the internet sensation, the video of former Mets manager Terry Collins just with an incredible rant at the old umps from 2016? You got to look that up before the commish Rob Manfred takes it off. That's what he's trying to do. It's beautiful. It's old-time baseball. I miss Terry Collins. Hey, let's go to the association. All-star forward Kawhi Leonard wants out of San Antonio, as if he played there last year. He's grown frustrated with how they handled his quad injury. I think it's the other way around. Guess what? He wants to go to Los Angeles. He is eligible to receive a 5-year, $219 million contract extension from this. I don't think that's happening. If he happens to stay, he can opt out after his current deal after next season and become a free agent in 2019. Kyrie Irving looking for even more money yet. Probably not this year, but if he signs, let's see now. Let's get this right. He's eligible for a 4-year, $107 million extension. But if he waits after next season, he could get $80 million more. Boy, I don't know. Nick Nurse is the new coach of the Toronto Raptors. Dwayne Casey moves from, of course, the Raptors to Detroit. Oh, goodness. Good luck there. He did quite well with the Raptors. I know it's all about the playoffs, but the NBA sent teams a memo indicating Eligibility rules for the draft may shift as early as 2021, not earlier, but they're reviewing some stuff, mainly as it pertains to the one and done, which is an absolutely idiotic rule. Of course, they'll probably screw it up more. It will be interesting to see what the NBA does with that. It's all up to them. It's not up to the colleges. But an invitation-only medical examination of former Missouri freshman star Michael Porter Jr. went off yesterday. He was going to hold a workout, but now he has a strain. It's too bad because he's an incredible player. Strained hip. Oh, and that was after he suffered from back spasms Thursday morning and underwent an MRI. I wonder how high he's going to go maybe he can go to Philly eventually. They take everybody hurt. They don't care. To the game of ice to cool things off, unless Blues GM Doug Armstrong makes a trade. Chances are he will. But unless the Blues will make 7 selections at the 2018 NHL Draft. It's going to take place next Friday and Saturday. The draft isn't, and we don't know too much about these. It's not like college football and basketball, but it still is interesting to see how that pans out. Let's go to golf, why don't we? Dustin Johnson, who won last week, looks for 2 in a row, and this time at a major. And he has he's 4 under with a 4-shot advantage at the U.S. Open. Nobody else has broken par. That's at Shinnecock in New York State. Okay, just a minute here. I'm looking. Turn the page, looking. Oh, there he is, Eldrick Woods. Oh, no, I just had no idea. He missed the cut, huh? At 10 over and 14 back. Don't tell me about how he's going to win. He's a loser. If it does happen, it could, but he's a loser. He's just another player now, all right? So stop with that. So Yonru leads the Classic for Simply Give. That's on the LPGA Tour. I hope she's not listening. The seniors are in the rest mode. NASCAR is idle this weekend. How about Justify last week? Nice run. He's the latest Triple Crown winner 2 in 4 years now after 37-year drought. And, of course, he is co-owned by a Mount Vernon native by the name of Kenny Trout. Big-time stuff there. Also a week ago, we mentioned this Wednesday, but props to Rafael Nadal on his 11th French Open singles title. Simona Halep won in the women's draw. The World Cup, we're talking soccer, we're talking football. It's going on. Who watches it, huh? How many of you, or will? It's not. We, the United States, are not in it this year, so that's not good. Ronaldo, I know this guy. He nailed a hat trick in Portugal's draw with Spain yesterday. One of the great ones there. And finally, of course, the Cardinals said their goodbyes and paid their last respects to Red Shandings. He was laid to rest yesterday. Of course, the entire region, Clinton County in particular, especially Germantown, all behind Red for all those many, many years. He lived to be 95. What a life he had. 76 of which were spent in pro baseball. 67 of those as a member of the Redbirds organization, as a player, coach, manager, interim manager, as a premier fungo hitter. He had an incredible stay, and rest in peace to Germantown's Red Shandings. That is scores and stuff in the middle of the pack here after Brian Dinkman and ahead of DJ session on this Saturday morning. Scores and stuff again brought to you by Hoffman Auto Body. They're just 7 miles up the road from the high school here in Carlisle, basically. Not exactly, pretty darn close. When your car truck needs major or minor repairs, be sure and stop by. Stop by, both. Leave it off. At Hoffman Auto Body, they'll take care of you. They will treat you right. Let's take a time out. And then it's trivia next on Talkin' Sports.
If you're in the market for a new home, refinance, or even a second home, give me a call today. I'm Anne Marie Tabin at First Bank in Breeze. With almost 20 years of experience, I can guide you through the process of finding a mortgage product from First Bank that is right for you. Give me, Anne Marie Tabin, a call today, 526-7724. First Bank in Breeze, Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
Good times are waiting at Brett's Wildlife Lodge and Winery, just north of Carlisle on Route 127. There's no better place to see live music than the Brett's Outdoor Stage, hosting bands every weekend. The The Kitchen at Brett's opens at 3 on Monday and Tuesday. They open for lunch at 11 Wednesday through Friday, and they have breakfast Saturday and Sunday starting at 8 with dinner available daily. Brett's Wildlife Lodge and Winery is a great spot for a meeting, a party, a get-together, or just to grab a bite to eat. Call 594-8830 or go to wildlifelodgeandwinery.com.
Hey everybody, this is Ashley Solomon. You're listening to Talkin Sports on Max 96.7.
Seaver Brothers has what you're looking for. Take a spin with Seaver Brothers and drive home in your new or pre-owned Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, or Dodge truck today. Let Seaver Brothers give you the car buying experience that no other dealership can offer. Seaver Brothers stands behind their products and also has an outstanding service department with qualified technicians to keep your vehicles running strong. Stop by Seaver Brothers, 811 Washington Street in Carlisle, or call 594-2624 for your next Seaver Brothers sales associate.
Hi, this is Dr. Matt Palm, chiropractor for MedPlus Physical Medicine in Carlisle. Here at MedPlus, we pride ourselves on offering many health services all in one convenient place. We use a conservative, multidisciplinary approach to treating the individual, which includes physical therapy, massage therapy, physical medicine, and chiropractic care. We want to be your local choice for musculoskeletal pain. Please stop by MedPlus Physical Medicine in Carlisle to meet our wonderful staff. Call us at 594-3671 or visit us on our website at medplusplus.com.
Flying in the face of conventional wisdom.
There's no rules and no laws and lots of litter.
Every day.
This is Max 96.7.
Litter bound, and that ain't good. This is Rip in the Wigman Ford studio, where the time is 9:37 on your dot. That time drop brought to you by Breeze Furniture, Jan's Uniforms. Saw this on Twitter, a post the other day from Super 70 Sports. I ended up later on giving it the title of When Baseball Was. Nolan Ryan, 44 years ago on Flag Day, this week, Thursday. Nolan Ryan threw 200, they kept count privately, that's about it. The Ryan Express threw 235 pitches while walking 10 and striking out 19 over 13 innings. And, of course, he made his next start on 3 days rest, per usual, and won. Gotta love it. When baseball was. Here's trivia.
It's time for the Easy In Travel Trivia Quiz on Talkin Sports. Escape to paradise with Easy In Travel in Breeze. Call 526-2201.
Thank you, Mel. And our number is 594-2576, 594-2576. You are eligible to play unless you or someone in your household has won in the last 8 weeks. Number 2, you can't be affiliated with or related to anyone here at Max 96.7 or Easy In Travel. And today, we're giving up 4 tickets, general admission. They're good. Hey, that's good stuff. For next week, next Saturday's NASCAR Camping World Truck Series. That's at Gateway International on the east side of the river. And for one more time, we're going to go to a Red Shadings trivia question at 594-2576. Here it is. Red, of course, set some of you know that, a lot of you. He set a fielding record for second baseman in 1956 when he posted a .993 fielding percentage. Goodness. Red season mark for second sacker stood until which player broke it? Joe Morgan, Rich Dower, or Ryan Sandberg? Who busted Red's fielding record for second baseman sometime later? Was it Joe Morgan, Rich Dower, or Ryan Sandberg? Dial us up at 594-2576 if you want to see some racing next Saturday at Gateway.
Nordyke Funeral Home is thinking about your future and offers secure, pre-planned funeral arrangements, relieving the emotional burden for those you love, allowing you to express your own wishes, and assures peace of mind with financial concerns when your family needs it the most. Nordyke Funeral Home has 5 locations in Albers, Aveston, Breeze, New Baden, and now Carlisle. Visit NordikeFuneralHome.com or call 588-3533. Striving to earn your family's confidence and trust, Nordyke Funeral Home with 5 locations.
If you're an athlete, coach, official, or fan, you need Lee Sports in Nashville. Lee Sports has it all for teams and individuals. From uniforms, shoes and equipment, to coaches apparel and officials gear. And Lee Sports carries name brands like Under Armour, Mizuno, Rawlings, and Adidas. Lee Sports also stocks a complete line of spirit wear and offers screen printing and custom embroidery, plus trophies, awards, and personalized items. Lee Sports in Nashville, your complete sporting goods headquarters.
Hi, this is A.G. Becker. When I sat down to write this commercial, I thought about all the great reasons to make Becker Jewelers your jeweler. Our low prices, our incredible selection, our reputation for quality, service, and great value. Here are a few more good reasons. First is trust. We've been in business right here for just short of 70 years. No one stays in business that long without living up to the promises that they make. Second is truthfulness. We always tell you the truth about our products. No inflated value or phony sale prices. Third, we're your neighbors. We live here. We work here. We will always treat you the same as we would treat a family member or best friend. And fourth, we're part of your community. Becker Jewelers helps support your schools, community projects, and events. Always has and always will. So you see, there's more to us than just the best products at lower prices. And yes, those are good things too.
Scientists say the universe is random. Why should your radio station be any different?
You've got Max 96.7.
Hello again, everybody. Rip here at the Wheatland Ford studio on a Saturday morning, 9 to 10, and Wednesday night, 6 to 7 to December. I believe we just collected a winner here on trivia, and we'll get that name and town in just a little bit. The question, again, is all about Red Schoening's. He set a fielding record in 56. Anyway, the bottom line is, who busted that record at 993? That's what Reds was. Which second baseman did? Was it Joe Morgan, Rich Dower, or Ryan Sandberg? It's Rhino. He erased Reds' mark in the 1986 season when he chalked up a .994 fielding rack, and we'll get the name and town here in a little bit. And as a matter of fact, it is Dwayne Hillsman from Breeze. Been a long time for Dwayne. He gets on the board again, and he wins tickets to Gateway, 4 general admission tickets to next Saturday's NASCAR Camping World Truck Series, and that's over at Gateway in Madison. So thanks for the calls. Congrats to Dwayne. A week ago, we played some Father's Day trivia. That winner was Jim Niemeyer from Breeze, formerly of Red's hometown of Germantown, but he had he won a good, these are all good prizes all the time. We upped the ante on Valentine's, Mother's, and Father's Day, but he won a prize package worth about $140 or so, courtesy of Twin Oaks Golf Club right around Keysport there, and the Keys in Keysport, Glass and Auto Cosmetics and Breeze, a Talkin Sports beer mug from Talkin Sports. Marla at Southern Glass did the artwork. Had a lot of suds there, and a couple bottles of Hogs and Heat barbecue sauce from the Hoffman Supermarket. But golf for a foursome, $25 gift certificates to the Keys and Glass and Auto. It was a really good prize package. So again, congratulations to Jim Niemeyer a week ago, and today to Dwayne Hillsman. Happy Father's Day to you dads out there. We got to turn the page. We're coming back with some CCL talk and DJ session after these. Stay with us. Need insurance? Insurance you can really count on? If so, turn to Dan Imming at Imming Insurance Agency in Carlisle. Dan and his staff will provide you with the insurance coverage and service you deserve. Whether it's auto, home, life, health, or commercial, your choices aren't limited either. Imming Insurance Agency represents many outstanding companies, so get covered by the best. Call Imming Insurance Agency at 594-4536 or stop by 589 9th Street in Carlisle. Imming Insurance Agency, a proud supporter of Clinton County sports.
Companies are hiring again. That's good news. Bad news, you don't have the skills they're looking for. Kaskaskia College can fix that. KC's welding technology program can set you up with the skills industries are looking for. More good news, classes are available at KC's Trenton Center or Crisp Technology Center. Call Sean Morris at 545-3406. The demand is there, the pay is there. Where are you? Kaskaskia College, your future starts here.
We're on now. Wow. Magically, that break magically disappeared. Wonder whatever happened to Ashley Feldman. Sure do miss her. Anyway, we are back, and let's see. We've had Dink, and we've had scores and stuff. Incidentally, Wednesday night, we're going to go off the path just a little bit. Carlisle's Gary Brink will join us in studio. This is the basics of it. He's created his own Cardinals Hall of Fame scene/shrine in his basement. It's good. It's really good, done well, And, in fact, the Banners, Matt Wilson, did a nice article on him maybe 3 weeks ago, something like, Gary's a Hoffman native. He was a fantastic pitcher for the Carlisle High and Legion teams in the late 60s there. But that'd be good. All hour with Gary on scores and stuff and all about his museum to the St. Louis Cardinals. We're back. We've spilled through everything. Let's touch base again on the H&H Computer Services guest line. This time, it's over to Aviston for Centralia Budweiser's player manager, DJ Session. DJ, welcome back to Talking Sports.
Hey, Rip. Thanks for having me on.
I think we've had you on before, right? I believe you pinch hit for Dave Causey a year or so ago.
Yeah, sometimes I have to pinch hit for Dave. Dave sometimes isn't accountable, so I have to kind of pick slack. You know how it is.
I understand that. So we're good. And now, of course, you're on the pinch hit level for the whole season. You have taken over as the reins as the Buds as the skipper. And of course, you're still playing too. What happened to Dave? Did you fire him or what?
Well, Dave thinks that he's really good at golf, and I'm going to have to say that he is good at golf. So. He's better at golf than baseball, so we went ahead and cut him. Okay. We cut him.
I understand one of his sons is pretty good on the links, too, actually.
Yeah, he's a nice little lefty, so yeah, he can definitely hit the ball well. But I must say, John Freck is our head guy. Since I live in Aviston, I take care of all the meetings and stuff. But me and Freck and Todd Bauer are keeping the team going, and we're having fun doing it.
Yeah, managers, coaches, they're coaches in high school too, and so forth. So, and by the way, did you volunteer? Were you nominated? Were you the chosen one? Were you and did you, Freck? I mean, all three of you, are you on long-term contracts now? Away from the playing status.
Rip, I don't know if you've seen the latest stats, but Freck and I are leading the league in batting average. So I'm fairly certain we're going to have to keep playing at least till we're 40, which is in 1 or 2 years. But as long as these young guys keep throwing us curveballs and change-ups, we'll keep playing.
They better get better scouting reports. I mean, if they can find such a thing on you, DJ, I don't know.
Yeah, it is what it is,
The team is looking pretty good. We're basically a quarter into the campaign now. You did have a setback last Sunday at Trenton, though, and those bumps in the road happened to just about everybody.
Yeah, Trenton's a good team. We had our ace pitcher, Jordan Blummer, on the mound. He's got a little bit of a knee problem, but, we don't make excuses. But everything that he threw, they hit. And 1 through 9 in their lineup just smashed the ball. And I think we were down 15-0 going into the 6th inning, and then we went ahead and scored 8 runs in 1 inning. I know Todd Bauer finally got his first hit, so we were getting on him about that. But yeah, we scored 8 runs in 1 inning. But yeah, we were down a little bit on pitching. But I mean, seriously, Trenton's a heck of a team, so they're going to be tough to beat throughout the season. So
they struck early and often, and you've got the good pitching too, but I know Ryan Meadows is very good, and he's just coming off a nice career at McMurray College.
Yeah, I know he's one of Fuller's guys, and he threw well. We really didn't. That wasn't our best game. But I'm not making any excuses or anything like that. But I think that we can hit better as a team. We can definitely play as a team as a whole better. I think we threw four or five pitchers, and Kyle Walker had to come in and pitch our last inning before they scored the 3.
Kyle did, okay.
Yeah, so we had to rely on Kyle, and Kyle is so athletic he can play anywhere. So I mean, if we need to, we'll put him behind the plate when Todd gets tired, because that's going to happen with Todd. He's getting a little old himself.
Well, I think there might have been one later for just a couple of innings. I'm not sure, but the last one I really remember for probably a complete game was a left-handed catcher was Mike Squires of the White Sox, and 74, 70, whatever. But find him one of those southpaw mitts and let him go. But so yeah, 2-1 on the season, and you had a bye. Was the bye 2 weeks ago? Yeah, and then around that you beat Breeze and Becky, and actually played really good games against both of them, including in that opening game, and that's not always easy.
Yeah, it's always good to get that first win out of the way, and the second win, get that one out of the way too. I think that, I think we'll at least be in the top 4 this season. We have a newer team. We still have the old guys with, Freck is our old guy, but Freck can still pitch.
Yeah,
he can still, Freck, we text all the time, and Freck, for our doubleheaders, Freck says, he goes, I'll just pitch both games.
That's good,
so he's a gamer. We got myself, we got Todd. Kyle Walker is still, he's in phenomenal shape. We call him CrossFit Kyle. So he reigns out in left field. We got a scrappy center fielder in Quincy Aldrich. He's one of Freck's guys from Louisville, but he's a scrappy player. He's got a heck of an arm.
And how old is Quincy, DJ?
I think he just graduated, so I think he's going to be a freshman at Slick next year, I believe.
That's what I was wondering. If Freck's John's had a few of his guys play for you there. He's always had some good talent. He's molded some good players there.
Yeah, I don't know what's in the water over there at Louisville, but Freck's had some good players, and they've had some good runs in their high school season. So we're fortunate to have his guys come over and play. We'd like to get some more Centralia guys out. I know there might be a couple more years where some of those younger kids get up and get to play with us, but at some point I think we'll have more of a Centralia look. But right now, we're taking that Clay County look. So
yeah, you do what you have to do. It's just not Trenton's. We had Gunner Tom Ritzheimer on last week, and they're probably a standalone in this situation. He says out of the 18 players, 16 are from Trenton, but that's that outlier. It just doesn't happen much anymore.
Yeah, and it's just bad timing right now for Centralia. Just kind of going through a little soft spot, but I think here in a couple of years, whenever I think Derek Harlan's crew of kids gets a little bit older, I think we might have some talent with us. And there might be 1 or 2 seniors after next year's season with Todd. I think we'll be able to pick up some guys from Centralia.
That'd be good.
But that's my goal. I'd like to keep the buds going and get some more of the Centralia talent in the dugout with us. It's funny, we have Mike Young is in the dugout with us all the time doing our scorebook and all that in the scoreboard, but his son's in our dugout now all the time, and he got his first at bat last Sunday at Trenton.
Well, good.
So I know he was. It was cool to see a young guy like that come up and just get his first swing. So that was neat to see.
Hey, who else is missing from last year's team besides obviously Dave Causey?
Well, the heavier side of our lineup is missing. Craig is no longer with us. You remember that? You remember that game? I think against Bartelzo, and Craig was at third and Todd was at short. And I think after the game, I think they each ate 20 chicken wings apiece at Gridiron.
Well, the Gridiron appreciates that.
I think we're just missing Craig and Dave right now. We have a solid squad right now. We have Adam Cox at third. We've got the kid from South Central playing shortstop. His name's Trent Geiler. He's a good athlete, so he's with us at shortstop. We'll have Freck on the mound. We'll have Freck at second. We have a couple of his guys. Repkeen and Levitt can play second. We got Big Puma, we call him, at first. Hunter Clifton. He's got a home run on the year. He's hitting the ball pretty well. Todd will be behind the plate. Jared Van Dyke can play anywhere. We got a kid from Salem. His name's Aaron Robb. That's doing okay this year. He got his first couple of hits against Trenton. We have a pretty solid team. We just need to get our pitching going a little bit better.
And you do have a kind of a young infusion of talent there. Yeah, when I went 2 weeks, it was kind of the same last year, and the turnover happens everywhere. But I almost need a scorecard, a program. But there weren't any for sale, DJ, so I don't know.
Yeah, we're doing the whole Game Changer app thing now. So if you're up to date with technology, you can just I'll add you on there as an admin, and you can check out our stats.
Beautiful, I love it. Let's see, I do have a couple of numbers here. I happen to find one on DJ's session. I think this is the update. 3 home runs on the season. I might as well mention that. Am I right?
Yeah, I'm pretty
2
sure
in the opener.
In the home run department.
RBIs.
Yeah. It's just luck. I might as well quit now. I don't think that's going to continue.
Bombs away. You gotta love that. I bet your little boy Cannon gets a kick out of that, huh?
Oh yeah,
he's old enough now.
Every day when I get home, we go out and we hit off the tee. We do a little soft toss. He's a left-handed hitter right now, and he throws right-handed. So it's cool to watch him grow up. And I had nephews as well too. My wife and her parents come out and watch the games, and they always bring the nephews out, and they think we're big leaguers out there, which we kind of are.
Well, yeah, of course. Heck yes.
Yeah.
But you're right. When you're a little guy, I idolized the guys at Carlisle High School and on that Legion team. And I mean, it's just all relative in age and stuff. So you bet.
Yeah. Yeah, my 11-year-old nephew Miles Brown, he plays for a select team over here in Aviston, and he bet me $5 at a game against Beckmeyer that I wouldn't hit a home run, and I hit a home run, so he owes me $5 still. So
kind of the reversal of that Babe Ruth for the kid in the hospital stuff, huh? You won on this.
Yeah, I got you on that.
Okay. Well, yeah, you want to get back to the playoffs. You just were nudged out a year ago by Germantown. Boy, the Reds, that's a good team.
Yep. The Reds are going to be good again this year. The Reds, Trenton, Bartelzo will still be there. I think we'll be up there too. But really, I mean, Germantown and Aviston, I think are the top two teams, and then Trenton's probably right in there as well. But it's a tough league again, and I'm glad to see the competition still there. But it can always get better. And I always tell the guys it'd be nice to add another team at some point, because we got 7 teams in the league right now. It'd be nice to get that 8th one back in. But I think the league is doing great.
It would be, but DJ and the commission, about everybody, we've been talking about that. I want quality over quantity. I don't want a team that's going to miss forfeit 2 and 3 games and stuff.
Right, exactly. And I think throughout the years, as these younger guys playing all these select programs, I think that the talent will be there, especially in Clinton County. So I think that the numbers should be there for maybe a New Baden or maybe Carlisle to get back in, or maybe even a Highland, or Salem can get in. So we're open to out of town teams getting in.
Let's see, you will have Germantown next week. Yep, the Aces are the defending champs as they won it for the first time since 2008. Germantown knocking on the door. And tomorrow, it's double billing time. It's a doubleheader at J.C. Spray Park against the Bartelzo Barts. First pitch at high noon, Freck going both games.
Well, we went ahead and changed it from a doubleheader to just one 7-inning game. Just because of the heat, and we didn't want to mess around. So we're going to do one 7-inning game with a start time at 1 o'clock. Freck will not be there, unfortunately. I think he's at a gymnastics competition or something like that. He's not allowed to dip indoors, so I don't know how long he stays indoors.
Yeah,
but,
he'll get targeted really fast.
Yeah.
So it is a 1 o'clock contest tomorrow.
That's right, yeah. So 1 o'clock, it'll be a nice day, nice and hot, so bring the coolers, and, it should be 2 good teams ready to play and have some fun. So it should be a good game to watch.
Have you made out the lineup besides you batting fourth?
Well, I think I'm going to have Todd do the lineup tomorrow.
You're just throwing cover.
Maybe not. He did the lineup against Trenton, so I may have to do the lineup tomorrow.
Okay. All right, DJ. Always a pleasure, man. We'll catch you at Centrally tomorrow. You and the Barts, always one of the masterful matchups in the CCL.
Absolutely. Well, I appreciate it, and we'll see you guys tomorrow.
All right, thanks. DJ Session, just not outgoing enough. He's much too shy. Thanks to DJ and also to Dink, of course, too. It's Gary Brink Wednesday night. Congratulations to, all the area players who now they've been recognized by the IHSA, and a coach, too, at least one there, and Centralia softball coach Mallory Calling, a recent guest of ours, too. She was named the 3A Coach of the Year. And how about this? Danielle Kaufman, who, when I was at the Nashville News, used to cover her all the time, an incredible young golfer that carried over beyond to college and more. But she is the new golf coach at SIU, and she played at SIU after a couple of years at Red Lake. So Danielle Kaufman she's bounced around a little bit only because she wanted to make the moves, and now she's bagged a really good gig as she lands the spot at Carbondale for the SIU Salukis. Our trivia winner is Dwayne Hillsman. What did he win? How about 4 tickets to see some truck racing next Saturday over at Gateway? Now I'm going to try and take a few minutes and find out what happened to Ashley Feldman. In the meanwhile, we'll see See you Wednesday on Talking Sports, Real Sports Talk on Max 96.7 WCXO.
Talkin' Sports on Max 96.7 was powered by Wcxo Elevator in Centralia. See Wcxo for a variety of fertilizer, seed corn, and seed soybeans. Talkin' Sports was brought to you by Farmers State Bank of Hoffman, Central City, and Hoyleton. Munkin Dodge Chrysler Jeep Nissan in Centralia. Kaskaskia College. The future's yours at Kaskaskia College. Emin Insurance Agency in Carlisle. Nordyke Funeral Home with 5 locations to serve your needs. First Bank in Breeze. Lee's Sports in Nashville. Country Financial Representative Marvin Gerdes in New Baden. Seaver Brothers in Carlisle. And by Becker Jewelers with locations in Breeze and Highland and always online at beckerjewelers.com. Thank you for joining us for this WCXO sports presentation of Talkin' Sports on Max 96.7. This broadcast was a presentation of WCXO Sports.